So our next step is then fine tuning. So we're just going to fine tune everything a little bit. Like for instance, we want to still clean up a little bit on these eyebrows here. We want to fix the eyelashes here in the front. And I also want to tackle all these hairs here that are still pointing out. So that's our last, say 20 to 30% that we still need to retouch and fine tune everything. Okay, so let's get started. I'm still on the basic retouching layer. I'm still going to work on that. Back with J to my healing brush tool, and then I'm going to go here again and sample very close again, and now I'm just fixing and tweezing these eyebrows a little bit. Okay, over here, and that can take a little bit of a while. So just brush over there very carefully, use your help layer again, turn it on and off if you want to. Okay, that was wrong, go back again, and over here, and I'm just tweaking this a little bit more. And these ones here in the front, so I'm taking quite a few away. Sample again, very close, sample, brush, sample, brush. Okay, down here as well, I want to make them very short. Okay, fix that. While we at it, we're going to fix all the rest that we actually missed on our basic skin retouching. Okay, in here, in the hair, I want to fix that a bit. Then we're going to cover that now here. Fix this a little bit. Okay, a little bit more, and I'm even going to zoom in very closely and then make my brush a little bit bigger, my healing tool, and then just going to clone over this really roughly, heal over this really roughly. Don't worry if we're breaking a little bit of these edges, that's what I meant before. If you're using healing brush, it breaks down the pixels. Okay, a little bit less, okay, make that smaller. Brush over here, brush over there. A little bit over here. Okay, and I want to actually get some patterns and textures from there. That's why I'm healing in this area here. So I'm just cloning these areas actually, or copying it in a way. Okay, now I'm going to go over to my cloning tool over here. Select cloning tool and take my radius down to say, or my opacity to say 20%, 23%, somewhere there. Feather it quite a lot again with Control Alt. Make it a little bit smaller. And now I'm just going to sample exactly close to an area and just brush over here with cloning a little bit. So we're basically cloning back these patterns from there and brushing over our areas that we just broke with the healing brush. Okay, not too much. You have to be very careful when doing this. Okay, now we're going to move over to the next eye. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and see how good that is already. If that's good. That's cleaned up already a bit. Okay, zoom in. And we're going to go over to the next eye and do exactly the same again. Also take your healing brush tool again. And then we're just going to heal away all these little hairs here. Tweak that a little bit. Okay, and a little bit more. And we want to tweak these here at the top as well. So I'm going to start at the back. Just go all the way through. That wasn't too good, but don't worry. So I'm going to break that again a little bit. Over here. And over that. Okay, zoom in a bit closer. Okay, that's almost it. Use your help layers again if you want to. Just see if I did my help layer very sloppy on my eyebrows here, so you should do this a bit better. Okay, a little bit better. I hope through this video tutorial you can't really see the perfect detail here, but there is a lot of detail here and a lot of texture, so just be very carefully when doing this. Okay, back to cloning tool. And now I'm just going to brush very carefully over this area here. You don't want to brush over the hair. You don't want to break that texture. You just want to brush a little bit over that which we just healed there. Okay, that's it. Okay, going to zoom out again. And then you can see already the before and after. So we fixed that a little bit already. Zoom in there, and now we're going to work a little bit on these eyelashes here. Going to fix that a little bit over here. So I want to blend that in a little bit. What I'm going to do is take my cloning tool again with S, make my brush a little bit bigger, sample exactly this area over here, and then just brush that in. Okay, my opacity is still set to 23. I have to turn that up. Okay, brush that in a little bit. Okay, and a little bit more so it's not standing out like that. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same over here. Actually not, I'm going to take my brush down a little bit and actually sample that area, so we're just breaking this a little bit. So sampling exactly the area from there, then taking it from there and we're just sampling these hairs a little bit. Okay, and now we're sampling that. No, that was totally wrong. I'm going to go back here in my history panel to the top. Sample that, sample a bit of that. Okay, take my healing brush tool with J and now make it a really, really small brush. And then I'm just going to fade in that a little bit over here. Just strike over here a few times so it just breaks that a little bit. So we don't need to blur that, and nobody's really going to see that. Okay, then I also want to fix a little bit these eyes here. I want to fix that a little bit with the healing brush tool. Take out these unnecessary eyelashes here. Okay, so just fix these eyes a little bit. Take that out a little bit, make your brush a little bit bigger. So I'm working really in detail now. So this, all of what you're doing in your basic retouching layer is the most important for me, because it's like doing 50% of your image already. Okay, and over here you want to get rid of that. Okay, that was totally wrong, because now you could see we sampled from the eye there, from the pupil, which I don't really want. I want to sample directly from here. Okay, that's okay to me. Then I'm going to go over to that side and also clean this up a little bit here. So like I said, we're just fine-tuning everything and cleaning up a little bit more. Okay, there's a bit more here. Okay, that looks good to me. Still down here a little bit, and we're going to tweak this. Going to tweak this a little. Okay, that was too much. Command Z, and over here. Over this a bit. Over there. Okay, that's good to me. Okay, maybe this eyelash also out completely. Command Z, go back, and again over it. Okay, a bit better. Okay. You can move this away, you can move this away. This is all just really fine-tuning and just tweaking your image the last few % here on your basic retouching layer. Okay, move out, and we can already see what big difference that makes, just to clean that up a little bit and make that nice. Okay, now I'm still going to work on the hair a little bit, and also with exactly the same effect using my healing brush tool again. And now you have to be very, very carefully when working with this. You have to be very close to it and also sample with a very small brush exactly the same areas you wanted to do. Okay, sample these areas, because now you obviously have a lot of textures and patterns going on in your hair here, so be very carefully when doing this. Okay, so basically I'm just going to fast forward this video a little bit, and I'm just going to retouch these last few hairs here in the top. Okay, so we fixed now all of these hairs and everything that's going on in the hair, and also the eyebrows and the eyelashes. Alright, next step will be then the last final cleanup.